Hey, Shalom Aleichem Chaver. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about Chodesh Shvat. There is a machlokes in the Mishnah Rosh Hashanah between Beit Shammai and Beis Hillel about Rosh Hashanah Lailanos. Beit Shammai hold Aleph Shvat, Beis Hillel hold Tu B'Shvat. And the Dinim and Rishonim brought down to an extreme that one of the Rishonim actually holds that Tu B'Shvat has the din of a shtickle yontif, and maybe that's why L'maisa we don't say Tachnun on Tu B'Shvat. And the question is why? So it's Rosh Hashanah La'ilanos. Why are we making it into a shtickle yontif? So the Gemara tells us, based on a pasuk, the Gemara teaches us that Emunah Zizrayim, that Seder Zrayim is represented with the word Emunah. And the Tosos on that spot brings a Shita in the Yerushalmi, and that the Shita Yerushalmi says that Emunah Zizrayim because a person plants, and he has to trust and have Emunah that actually things are going to grow. And again, also here the question is, what is Pshat, Emunah Zizrayim? I don't know if I would go ahead and connect Zrayim to Emunah, and even within this Pshat in Shitas HaTosfos. I want to add on two more questions that I think we should be focused on. One question is, there's a very famous Reb Chaim Soloveitchik, Reb Chaim Brisker, that's brought down in the Mishpacha. It's not brought down, the family brings it down. The Reb Chaim says that in order to say Shira, a person needs three things. He needs to see Yeshuas Hashem, Gvuras Hashem, but that's not enough. It's not enough to see a nace of HaKadosh Baruch Hu that actually redeemed something, but it has to be Ki Gamal Alai. In order to say Shira B'chol Yom, or Shira in general, you need a Ki Gamal Alai. You need the connection to yourself. And my question really is, there's a takana that the Gaonim made, which is accepted throughout all Am Yisrael, and that takana is that we go ahead and we say Shira Sayam B'chol Yom. And my question is, why do we say Shira Sayam B'chol Yom? Where is the Gamal Alai? And in order to answer all of this up, I want to answer it from a very famous Ramban that we're going to read in a couple of weeks during Chodesh Shvat. And that Ramban at the end of Parshas Bo says that Yetzias Mitzrayim plays such a fundamental role in Torah Yisrael because it represents the unique hashgacha pratit that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has on us Am Yisrael. It is not enough that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu went ahead and showed that he has unique kesher with Am Yisrael by changing Sidrei Bereshis in creating this Metzias for Am Yisrael. And says the Ramban, Mimela, if that's the case, when a Jew experiences nature in such a fundamental difference, and that difference is that his nature is an expression of Hashgacha Pratit. Meaning I could plant and my neighbor Chris could plant. My neighbor Chris plants, when it grows, it's because nature, HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world, the nature has within it for the field to grow. But when I plant and my tree grows or my plant grows, it's not because HaKadosh Baruch Hu created nature in order with the koach for it to grow. It's because the Hashgacha Pratit that I have as Am Yisrael, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has within me, and therefore nature grows. Meaning the chiddush of the Ramban is that the way we're meant to experience nature after Yetzias Mitzrayim is different than any different people in the world. And maybe that is Pshat, Emunah Zuzrayim, meaning we're coming and saying that if we have true, genuine Emunah, not just Emunah in Bria Olam, but Emunah in Yetzias Mitzrayim, Emunah in the Hashgacha Pratit, and a relationship that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has with us, Am Yisrael, then Mimela, the way we view nature is fundamentally different, and that's Pshat, Emunah Zuzrayim. If we circle this around, we can understand Shira Sayam B'chol Yom. If that's the case, we're meant to say Shira Sayam B'chol Yom because it's Ki Gamal Alai, because I'm experiencing every day as an ace. Even though it's natural for me to wake up in the morning, but I am experiencing it as an ace because me waking up in the morning is because my Hashgacha Pratit. When a person has this vision in the world, this vision of the world, he's able to say Shira Sayam B'chol Yom, but he's also able to live a whole different life. A life where he could experience the Metzias of this world, but experience that even the Metzias of this world is different. Even the Teva generates Emunah, even the Teva generates Shira, even the Teva generates the experience of Ki Gamal Alai. I wish that we understand through this, that is Pshat, why Tu B'Shvat is a shtickl yontif, because Tu B'Shvat for us, as Rosh Hashanah Lilanos, represents our kesher with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. My bracha to all of us is that we should be zocheh in this month of Shvat, this month of Shvat that comes in the midst of the winter, to still experience life of Ki Gamal Alai and say true, genuine Shira. B'chol Yom. Have a great Chodesh Shvat.